Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Listen, I apologize. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. We lost our stream. We had to restream our stream, but you never crossed the streams. You gotta be from 1984 to get that reference. But hello, everyone. We're here. And I tell you what, we have the best followers on the net. Our loyal, faithful, didn't miss a beat, said, oh, all right, we'll switch over. In fact, we'll go ahead and we're going to go share the stream to help other people get to the stream. Love you guys, man. Best fans ever. Appreciate you. Please, if you're here, hit the like button, share this stream because everyone's clicking on the other stream that's dead, and they may not have this newest stream. Welcome to episode number 1 of the newest Storm Watch volume with Murea Ayodele. How you doing, Murea?
I'm doing good, doing good.
With us, it's our...
I've missed this old room. I've missed everyone.
And we have missed you and your writing, sir. Antoine, how are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. Happy to be back. Happy to be back.
Oh, you high tech with the expensive headphones today, man. That's nice. All right, I see you.
That's because Derek told me my chair kept making noise. So trying to block it out.
Shout out to our man Chocolate. Appreciate you, man. Don't fret. All is well. All right. Why am I over here? Let's put Maria over here, move it over there, and there we go.
Nah, that was too big.
Yeah. All right. Where do we leave off in the realm of look? First of all, again, saying shout out to the fans. We're now on. This is kind of technically almost like a third volume for you, right, Maria? Because you had the first volume, then we had the interruption with the crossover event, which was another volume, and this is almost like a third volume for you.
There's a first issue.
How many issues are you up to in total now?
This is the 16th one.
16th, on our way to 20. 20 is the magic number.
25.
25 is the magic number now. All right. Well, we got 25
for an omnibus.
For an omnibus?
Yeah, that's the goal.
25 is the magic number. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So before we get started, everyone, I'll just make sure to say again, thank you, but please keep your pre-ordering of this book up. The goal is to get no less than 25 issues. So Storm, Marvel's preeminent black superhero. I say Marvel as if she's not the preeminent black superhero in all of comics. Period. Has never had an omnibus. Never. I mean, not technically solo. I mean, there's the one that just came out with Jerry Duggan, the X-Men Red book.
But Al Ewing, yeah.
Yeah, Al Ewing. But yeah, she's never had a solo omnibus before. And you guys can help us make history with your pre-order. So keep up the good work. To recap, Volume 1 started out with Storm doing what she does, saving a town from destruction from a melting radioactive meltdown from a mutant child. She ends up in that process dying from her radioactivity. Well, kind of. She was dying, and then it's a story. Read the book.
Yeah. Right. See Storm Volume 1.
See Storm Volume 1. She was dying and ultimately was reborn in this next incarnation of herself.
Yeah.
And she, in this newest incarnation of herself, she is her best version of herself. Murea's created the best version of Storm that has ever existed. in comics. And he didn't do it by simply saying, you know what, I'm just going to amp her power levels up. If you follow what he has done, there is precedent for just about everything that he has done in terms of her power play. He has simply explored deeper the foundations that have been made by previous writers. And thus he has taken the best part from this run and this run and this run and put it all together and say, let's explore all of that, and made her a whole person, a whole character, a whole Aurora Munroe. So in essence, he's created the best version of Storm out of the best parts from all the other versions. It's pretty dope stuff. So,
Thanks.
oh, thank you. You're the one entertaining us. Antoine, why don't you do us the recap?
Oh, from the first one? Oh, sure. Well, first of all, we have to say that we did find out in some, I won't say back end ways, but you know, I had talked about this previously before, but the Volume 1 trade has been doing very well. And
Yes.
we've kind of seen that manifest in a few ways. And
okay, yeah.
right. If you catch what I'm saying and I'm saying, but no, honestly, I've heard a lot of great things from comic shops across the country that as I've been traveling and going around doing what I do, it's been doing really well. So that's been really, really great to hear, and really great to see that people are picking up the trade and interested in what's been going on. But yeah, the recap, the first 12 issues really was a wild ride, you know. In the first 2, we see Storm essentially stricken with like a radioactive mutagenic cancer type of thing that's killing her. And then we see her revived by healed rather by Dr. Voodoo, only to be killed in the following issue. And then number 5, it just gets super weird. I don't even think I have a recap for that one. I think you just kind of have to read Storm.
It's just cosmic. You'll just say cosmic. It went cosmic.
Yeah, it just goes completely cosmic. And then we come back with that into X Manhunt. And what I do have to say is I really enjoyed how Storm number 6, even though it was a crossover, it was still very much relegated to Storm's story, even though incorporating what was going on at X Manhunt. I thought that was really well done. And then the Thunder War kicked in. She got jumped by some Thunder Gods, arrested by the FBI, had her jaw broken. And then, as you see right here, she fought the premier Storm God. And by cunning and wit and smarts, she outsmarted him and she won. And I think outsmarting is the key word here because a lot of people missed it. She was smart enough to attack him when he still had his power essentially spread across the universe. Because if she hadn't, she would not have won. Nobody would have won that.
Yeah, Storm does not get enough credit for being the tactical genius that she can be.
Absolutely.
I was going to. Ah, damn it, it's not here. Anyway, I move on. All right, so now we have this version of Storm. This is what are we calling her again? The Eternal Storm. What's this version?
Oh, this is the Brutal Storm. It was introduced
Brutal
in
Storm
issue 2.
With her Kenyan military swords.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? I thought I was going to ask. That was one of my questions. I thought that she maybe got some swords. So these look like the rapiers that Nightcrawler usually uses. So these are Kenyan.
It looks like it. Yeah, this. I think they're called sabers. Yeah, and the Kenyan military swords look very close to it.
Incredible.
Very similar to it.
What inspired you to do that other than the fact that she used to live in Kenya for a while?
It just looked cool.
It just looked cool. That's always the best.
Yeah, I think it's looking like the Kenyan military system is even more of a coincidence than planned.
Now, are they made out of any special material like mysterium or vibranium or adamantium?
Not that not any that has been revealed yet, but in my head, anytime Storm is working with anything metallic, I always think she's using Elysium, the metal we introduced in Rogue Storm.
Right.
Okay. All right. All right. So, as I said, we now have the best version of Storm for all time. Which brings us to this new series. Fantastic covers. Cover A
Beautiful
is, I mean, cover A is good enough to be its own variant cover. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Is that RB Silva who did that?
Yes.
Yes, that's RB Silver.
Yeah, shout out to RB Silva. And from what I understand, he's going to be doing the other covers as well. He's going to be doing the cover A's.
Yeah, it's going to be the cover A's. We're going to reveal on AIPT the cover for issue 4, and it's sick. It's sick. It's my favorite cover yet.
Wow, that's saying a lot because you've had a lot of fire covers over your run.
And that's this upcoming X-Men Monday. So on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys make sure to check out the article.
Cover 2 from the cover of Black Panther number
beautiful.
18. The wedding of T'Challa and ORORO. Fantastic dress.
So pretty.
Fantastic moment.
Yeah. And you know, she has that dress in Marvel Rivals now. They both do. They have their wedding outfits. Yeah.
I think I make a reference to
Yeah.
I think I make a reference to these costumes in the Black Panther story coming out next week too.
Oh yes, that's right.
Is it next week it drops?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Back.
So this cover has been popular, I think, because of Marvel Rivals. That's yet again that's helped.
Well, for our Black Panther cult of Basque people, this is always remember one of our all-time favorite issues, Storm Black Panther 18. It's just dope. All right, what else we got? This one on the left looks like Karen Dorbo. Who did this one on the left?
Dyke Ruan.
Ruan Dyke,
I think it's Ruan Dyke. Ruan, okay.
No, I think you're right.
Okay, yeah.
And then the one in the middle.
That is the Marvel
Cosmic Invasion cover.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the name of the artist. I forgot.
And the one on the right?
Elizabeth Torquay.
All right.
Elizabeth Torquay, yeah.
But then
there's
Lobos.
Now, Antoine, you had a theory as to this one, right?
Oh, I just thought that it was probably for Rogue Storm and it wasn't ready in time. So they probably just said, "Oh, it's nice. Let's just use it for the upcoming series," which still works.
Which still works. It works.
Savage Land Storm. This is dope.
Yeah, we do see a character from Rogue Storm pop up here, so it's appropriate.
Yeah. All right, so we jump into this book. Now, in the last run, meaning volume 1, you had one of the most one of my favorite parts of your run, which is Storm going up against the other Storm gods. It's just never been done before, and it's just incredible. When the black what's it called? Black
Winter?
Black Winter comes and takes out all the gods. Susun, how do you pronounce his name? Susanoo says does the extreme thing of cutting off his arms. What was the purpose of him cutting off his own arms?
Because I wanted this dope scene.
I thought you would say something like he knew it would save his life.
The sword in his mouth. I've been trying to have that scene for months, trying to have Susanoo carrying his sword in his mouth. So I was thinking, okay, is it going to be a Haddad that would do it? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? You know, I've been thinking of what's in. It was supposed to happen maybe around issue 12 instead of Suga and Beta Rebuild. I think I asked if it's possible I could get 30 pages instead of 20 pages, but I'm like, nah, it's 20. So I was thinking maybe when Suga and Beta Rebu shows up. Susan also shows up, with sword in his teeth, and all the stuff, and fights with it. I was like, yeah, okay, so it couldn't happen. So I was like, I was going to bring it as the first, issue here, but in a different, context. I just
love the
wanted
fact
that
that he
sense
can
to
use.
set it off.
I love the fact that he can use his powers to help move things around. Because I'm like, he has no arms. How does he just do stuff?
Yeah.
And he simply uses the wind powers to like move things around that he needs to get done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in this, Susanoo has his own world, Rage the Rogue Planet, cousin of Ego the Living Planet. And it's its own entity. It's almost like a living ship because he can move it through space.
Mm-hmm.
And he has it going towards the Earth. Storm intercepts the planet because it's on a collision course with Earth, in which his immediate reaction is, all right, she's coming for me. You probably have these weapons gonna try to take me out, and you drop the coldest line ever on Storm. I am a great weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about dropping some swag, Murea.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With
I
the
also
black
when I wrote that
lightning.
line, I was like, yeah.
And his reaction was like, okay, respect. I got you. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. He even apologizes to her and tries to explain why he went up against her, why he underestimated her as well. But then he mentions his sister, Amaterasu, who I had to look it up, is the Japanese god, kind of the opposite of the storm, god of sunlight and daytime and happiness and all types of good stuff in the Shinto religion. So it's appropriate that she's the god who offers him a route of redemption, which is seppuku, to ritual suicide, for which he has asked Storm to do. Now he knows Storm does not kill, as well. We'll talk about that. But she
before
doesn't
we
like
get to that, we have to also point out the special guest in the bottom right hand corner.
There's a special.
Yes, the cute fish, the cute fishy with the mohawk.
That's one thing I love about Federica's work. The backgrounds are extremely detailed. I've given her the praise in the world, and she keeps surpassing even my expectations. Like, the backgrounds are rich with detail and storytelling. Throughout all these pages, you see different animals in the background, eating and everything. And many times, when you put these things in the scripts, you're a little scared that will it come out, will it be visible enough for you with this? She doesn't have any problem. Put as much detail as you want in the script, they would land on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Does that fish have Storm's mohawk?
Yeah, that's right. He has a mohawk. That's what tickled me so much.
That's crazy. All right. So, he's like, look, I need to die. I can't kill myself. So I'm going to perform my seppuku. I want you to be my second and, chop off my head to end the deal.
Yeah.
And she's like, I ain't going to do that. I don't just kill people willy-nilly like that. He's like, I anticipated that would be your answer. So I have my planet hurtling towards your world. And the only way you can stop it from destroying your world that you care about these foolish humans so much is by killing me. So, now you have to kill me. And she's like, okay, I tell you what. Let's have some tea.
Let me make you a cup of tea.
Let me make you a cup of tea. Now, this is what I talk about when I say, tactical genius. Because understand, when she pulled up to the cut, right? She had this tea making set with her. He thought it was a weapon.
Yeah.
No. It's not a weapon. It's my
Just
tea
some
kettle.
tea.
We're here to have tea. That means she thought about this 5 steps ahead. She knew what he was going to be proposing because we realize what the tea actually is and represents. So she offers him the tea. Cool backgrounds. Did you specifically, by the way, Murea, you mentioned the animals and details in the background. Did you tell him like what type of creatures to put? Did you describe the world, or he just ran with it?
I described it. I said in the skies are jellyfishes, jellyfish-like creatures that are floating about. The animals are like this mix between primates and some other animals. And kind of describe what the landscape should look like. It's a wetland with mountains and stuff like that. But she went ahead and had made designed it in a way she envisions it more. And for example, I think the animals to me were supposed to be bigger, but I love the fact that they're smaller so that they can be in every page and there will be room for us to see everything. So yeah, we were both putting everything on the page.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What color is the sky in the world when you dream at night?
I'm sure you might not have even noticed this is how detailed Federica is. In all the shots, in this scene, you will see like 2 circles in the sky that looks like maybe this planet has 2 moons or something like that. You would see one of them is big, one of them is small. That is Earth. The big one is Earth. The small one is the moon. So you can see that it's getting closer. So it's not that there's a moon or sun in the sky. What's in the sky is the Earth and the moon. And because it's gradually getting closer to Earth, every time we cut back to this scene, the coloring gets a little brighter because we're getting closer to the moon and the Earth. So it's some of those small things that you wouldn't really notice, but if someone mentions it, you're like, oh, I see it now.
Really remarkable attention to detail.
Yeah.
All right. So we go from the tea scene, and here's your splash page. One of the few splash pages you had. This is a very dense book. You tried to reduce the panel sizes so you can pack in more story, which I always respect. What is this that I'm looking at here?
It's an
I feel like I've seen this again from like West Africa.
Yes, you have. It's an Egungun masquerade costume. So it's basically a costume that some specific individuals wear. It's usually something limited to how the way the Jews have the Levites, that they are the ones that are the priests. There's usually like a family that is like responsible for this, So someone wears that costume in representation of the ancestors of the land. So when they speak, they are speaking on behalf of the ancestors and things like that. So people see this and you can say it's Egungun, and some can say it's the ancestor, things like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Is there any significance for this particular story that you're going to be doing?
For this issue, is just to represent the whole masquerade thing. Because what's a masquerade, from the perspective of West Africa, that's one. But in issue 5, this masquerade is Egungun would show up again.
Okay.
In a landscape similar to this, in water and everything.
This is a beautiful page.
Extremely beautiful.
I mean, everything from the line work, the perspective that it's doing,
the water,
backgrounds, the water,
costume.
the colors are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. the sky. Now you
Yeah.
can see some of these aspects now. I don't think I mentioned the birds, but
Yeah.
this is Federica. Like, yeah, I'm putting birds in the sky. Things like that. She makes everything come alive with those details.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinetic energy too with the water splash and what have you. It's a beautiful page.
Mhm.
All right, so I had a question about this page. There's this couple. They're sitting there watching television, or at least listening to television, I should say. They're kind of more interested in each other. But it says the
Mhm.
theory is there was a terrible cosmic war that destroyed the old universe. This new eighth universe is only 10 years old, with the illusion of age, memories of ancient beings like the elders of the universe, our carbon dating equipment, fossil records. They're all wrong. They all feed off the lie. Everything you see here is a lie. Is this an allusion to Secret Wars, which took place in 2015?
Yes,
Oh,
which was
man.
10 years from the time I wrote it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to my man Jonathan Hickman. I really love that storyline, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
if the MCU is worth a damn, they will definitely try to recreate as much of that as possible.
I could see
Yeah.
that.
And what fascinates me about the concept of secret wars happening is a real life argument that people have. For example, um, some atheists, not all, but some atheists, when they want to argue about the non-existence of God and everything, is about we have all these fossil records, we have all these proofs, we have all this data, we have all this radiation and everything that suggests the world is this years old. And it's like, you know, it's something I realized as a computer scientist, like, I can just create a program, a world and everything that basically just started today, but would have all those history as though it's old,
Mhm.
and that's basically what Secret Wars is. Because after Secret Wars, you still see different aliens, different creatures, different stuff being like, oh, I'm 1,000 years old. I've been alive since blah 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 blah. And it's like, and not really, because we just created all you guys from scratch in 2015. So how come you know you're saying you're 1,000 years old? Nothing is 1,000 years old, you know. But it's like, yeah, but they have that history, they have that record, they have that memory, And what is memory? Not just the information we store. And what is truth except what we've, all agreed to be facts.
Now, is this just a throwaway thing and you put in there for fun, or is there going to be any
Oh yeah, there's going to
significance to Secret Wars in this run?
there's going to be a significance to what this character is saying in as early as like issue 3 of this run.
That's what's up. That itself is a. Where's my Black Comic Lords exclusive? Where's my producer doing? He went to the bathroom. He's gone.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
Come on, Dr. Wizard. Let me not say anything before he deletes me off the program. All right. Moving on. All right. So this couple, they're making out. She's like, the TV's too loud. He gets frustrated. He goes to the bathroom and he does what any adolescent male might recognize: going to the bathroom, getting some toilet paper, getting some lotion,
And lotion,
pulls out the phone or the
incognito
tablet,
mode.
and goes into incognito mode. We all know what's happening next. He doesn't
Aren't
get
you
that.
surprised this is in a Marvel comic?
How did you?
I know.
That was literally my question. How did Tom Revort approve this? Did he tap? Did he
Okay,
have the
so
day off? He looked over this book.
no. Tom is cool. One of the things that Because I saw some people be like, "Oh, this scene is disgusting," and stuff like that. And yeah, you can say whatever you want to say. But the thing is, I think people don't understand a lot of things that the Storm comic is doing for the medium itself. Allow me to sound proud for a moment. It's we've always had sex scenes in superhero comics and everything like that, but for a while it became, oh, you just cut away and then see people on the bed, saying that, oh, they've had sex and everything.
Yes, yeah.
It was after Storm 3. Yes, it was after the original Storm 3 that we started seeing more prolonged sex scenes in like PG-13 superhero comics, where you actually see the makeout and it stays and it lingers. Our sex scene came out also before the one in Absolute Batman, things like that. And I'm always trying to push it to see how far we can go with some things that are usually frowned upon,
Yeah.
nudity, for example. Shango fights naked in Storm 10.
Mm-hmm.
How often do we see, characters fighting naked in superhero stories? Like, naked, not wearing anything at all. So, same thing here, having a scene that, insinuates masturbation, and it's like, yeah, when last did you see that in a Marvel comic? In a Marvel
I
DC
think this
comic?
is a first. I think this is a
Yeah,
first.
and we're just trying to push the subject matters, the stories, because there's something that some of my favorite writers says, and that's Brian K. Vaughan, and he says things like, in the US, you can do as much violence as possible in a comic. Yeah, nobody cares,
Yeah.
But you show one nipple, it's like, nah, cancel the book. I'm not going to do this anymore, and it's me trying to see how far we can push it, that
Yes.
it's when we're pushing this medium, it should not just be about, oh, new violent ways to do things, or, oh, some challenging speeches alone. Let's also see how we show every aspect of humanity, and sex and nudity is part of the human experience. It's not just violence,
Right.
and
Right.
we should be able to represent it in our stories.
And I think this was a very realistic way to do that, with somebody being frustrated and like, I'm just going to go take care of it myself. I mean, come on. Many of us have been there, and people are very performative. But however, I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. I've seen what some of you look like, and I know that you're doing this because you're not having sex. So I know it triggers you. But face your reality. It's okay.
Someone needs to mute Antoine.
So sorry,
Dr.
so
Wizard,
sorry.
do we have a disclaimer for Antoine? Let's take note to give Antoine his own disclaimer video.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Antoine. You got a disclaimer video.
Thank you.
That's how you know you're pushing the envelope.
That's what we gotta do.
Murea Ayodele, the Uncle Luke of Marvel Comics. Salute.
Salute. This is gonna go down as a first. Yeah.
He doesn't get to enjoy the moment very long. So you go from sex to violence within a panel.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm about to have this good time, about to load this up, get my little groove on, pulls out his phone and is impaled by something, and his head explodes. What the hell just happened?
We'll find out as the story unfolds.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
pretty violent. I mean, his head obviously got... It wasn't just impaled, it like a blown up with something. Eyes bulging out.
Yeah.
Rough way to go.
And then he's stuck in his phone.
Someone mentioned that, is this a key? Okay, key issue. Okay. I get it. I thought it was a reference to um, a mystical creature I created
No,
called
no, a comic book key. So
yeah.
everyone who has a CLZ account, I want you to go into your CLZ account right now. If you've got this issue scanned, and amend it to indicate this is a comic book key moment, Marvel's first masturbation scene in comics, and add that as
Sound
why
like
this
that.
is a key issue, and see if CLZ will go ahead and load that up as their official thing.
Oh my god.
Tell them Murea Ayodele sent you. All right.
I love this page.
Investigating the crime is the new Sorcerer Supreme, the Mistress of Chaos Magic, the Scarlet Witch. First of all,
I
I'm
love that
digging the fit.
pose. Yeah.
I'm digging the fit, man. That's kind of crazy.
Rosita
She's
Tama
got
designed. Mhm.
Aya Agamotto on her chest.
Yeah.
She's got her traditional red on. There's a variant of the cape that Doctor Strange normally wears. She's wearing
It's
it
on the
kind of like
waist.
weighs on her waist like a skirt. Much like how Storm has her what's that version that we call with the horns?
Oh,
The Black
tiara.
Vortex.
The Black
Black
Vortex crown.
He has us.
Scarlet Witch has her own crown made from her powers.
Yeah. And they both look like horns.
Yeah. Dope look. Very dope. Probably, is there a better look Scarlet Witch has ever had?
I mean, I think a lot of it is
Yeah.
you know,
Most of
Pers-
the Rosita Tama designed looks are stellar.
yeah, they're my favorites for sure. I thought it was it was like only he would come up with like using the cape of levitation as a skirt, you know.
Yeah.
But it worked, and I saw it, and I was like, that's brilliant.
It's
Because
just not the only thing I'd say. My only comment is that the little side piece is sticking out her side. I don't think it's very practical. Like her elbows would probably keep bumping into that.
They're superheroes. They're not supposed to be practical.
It's not supposed to be practical. All right. So what is her role in investigating this? As the Sorcerer Supreme, as an Avenger?
As
What
the
is her
Sorcerer Supreme.
as
If
a
there's a
Sorcerer?
mystical threat, something trying to leak into Earth, Sorcerer Supreme is there.
I mentioned a character to you that I would hope that you would incorporate. Pandora Peters, the head of the mystical side of S.H.I.E.L.D. When you're doing an investigation of all things mystical and you got an Avenger there, Pandora Peters showing up would be apropos and kind of cool. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I love using shields, especially in my stories, but I usually get pushback because I think Marvel doesn't want shield in full operation per se.
Well, that's the
I
best
use-
part. They're not technically S.H.I.E.L.D. There's an offshoot of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay.
As loopholes, man. I'm all about loopholes.
Yes, one still exists. Yes, I think
Wand. That's it's called. Wand.
Wong. Yeah, Wong was a member in Jed McKay's Doctor Strange run.
Yeah. All right. So, Susanoo realizes quickly that he fell for the okie doke.
Mhm.
Poison? You poisoned me. He's like, I mean, details. It's not really poison. It's more of a relaxer. It just relaxes you. You have no honor, Earther. He's just big mad because he got outsmarted. I mean, he thought he's like, I'm gonna trick her, destroy me, and kill me, and and I have her outsmarted, the little puny human goddess type chick, and she was 5 steps ahead of him. Tactical
I love the water fists. That certainly wasn't in the script.
So he did that on his own?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. So he says, for robbing me of an honorable death, you have only cursed yourself, ORORO Munroe. You will soon know the wrath of my sister, or
Wrath of
wrath
Mistress
of
Death.
Mistress Death. Because Death is still trying to seek the parts of oblivion. This was, I think, what you said, right? Is he frozen? Am I frozen?
No, that part was a behind the scenes talk.
Oh shit. Everyone disregard what I just said. All right. Biarritz, France.
Mhm.
Why Biarritz, France, of all the places? Is there anything significant about this location?
It's I wanted to use Suga, and I wanted a location that was significant to Suga. And Suga is the Basque god of storm, so this is a location in Basque country.
I love seeing how many people were excited about this location, and how many
And
fans
its
that we saw
significance to
were
the
either
Basque people.
yeah. And we have some in the fandom that that were very excited about it, which was really cool to see.
So there's an invasion in this area from these creatures, which reminded me of characters I've seen before. I just can't remember where. But definitely those masks remind me of some characters from West African lore. Can you talk about this?
Oh yeah, the masks are definitely West African. They're Ebora Okuta, but in Yoruba myths, Ebora are basically spirits, but they're spirits that usually attach themselves to things, like Ebora Nugbo, like Ebora that lives in the woods, Ebora no me, Ebora that lives in the water, things like that. So I just thought, okay, maybe there are spirits that live in rocks, so Ebora Okuta.
So they reminded me of that character from Monsters Inc. You remember that movie Monsters Inc.? That one guy, I had to look him up. He had the legs. Can I put that up there? You see, that's what he made me think about.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
That's what it made me think about. Yeah.
I thought you wanted to say Rock Slide from the Krakoan era.
Oh, you could say that
That
too.
became
But
Wrong Slide.
well, there was
Right,
also, I mean, the mask part in particular reminds me. Which show was that? Was it Arrow that had this character that could contort itself into any type of shape? Like he was able to it was like a mega contortionist, and he could even slide underneath a door because he could adjust his body to do that. And he wore a mask just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know what I'm
that's-
talking about? Anyone in the chat? Anyhow, that's what I thought of. But still, great characters. So this Basque town in France has its own superhero, and she's a mom. That was Flash. Thank you, Kevin Pitts. I knew it was Arrowverse, but yeah, Ragdoll.
Ragdoll, yeah.
Ragdoll. Okay.
That's what it was. Ragdoll. Thank you. That was going to upset me for the rest of the day. So she's a mom, and this town is being invaded by these creatures, but she is the town's superhero. So she's trying to put her kids in safety as she goes and confronts the big bad. She puts the elder child in charge because he's the big brother, while she goes out and fights. But she mentions, I have called the Storm Sanctuary, and I know that Storm is on her way. So with regard to that, I don't believe we've heard an official status of what the Storm Sanctuary is. Is it like a hotline that people can call? I mean, is it known throughout the world? I guess is the illusion here. Can you tell us more about what the Storm Sanctuary is?
Yeah, we've mentioned it a little in issue 1. Storm gives a speech where she says, in day of trouble, just look up to the skies, while she was announcing the Storm Sanctuary. So showing that anywhere there's a disaster or need, she's there, Same thing in issue 7, where there was a problem in Brazil. She and the sanctuary were there. I think she also mentions this with Professor Xavier in issue 6, when they were talking about she has different licenses to operate in different countries, things like
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's been mentioned bit by bit. So this one is another one to show that, other superheroes can call Storm to be like, I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love the Storm Sanctuary. So she bought the Storm Sanctuary to France, and then in
Not
France
yet.
she meets up with Cigar, and then they go over together to the city.
Right. And then Cigar mentions, Storm, you had this idea of us traveling under the water so the monsters wouldn't be able to detect us. Again, tactical genius, thinking 5 steps ahead. I think it's kind of cool seeing her ride on the back of Cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has the forethought of saying, look,
It
don't
looks so
go
tiny.
dragon mode and like fry everybody. There's civilians out there. Let's stick to the stuff that we can control. Let's stick to lightning, smother them with some thunder. Let's stick to storm god stuff. Don't go dragon on me.
Well, so she says, smother the escaping thunder. Don't make too much noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
That
As
was
she's
cool.
wielding the 2 swords, which I wonder, can she channel her power through the swords at all? Or do we not know yet?
She can. But I put that line to kind of, it's just a little throwaway line to explain why in so many comics we see Storm, summon lightning really close to someone, and that person doesn't go instantly deaf and their eardrums doesn't instantly burst. Because when lightning strikes, the hair around everywhere is super heated, and then there's a boom. That's the thunder. So, so like, how is she summoning all this lightning, and everybody's like closing their ears, like, I'm going to go deaf. So it's me trying to say that, she can summon lightning without the thunder.
Yeah, I don't think
so. That's what that's for.
I don't think enough recognition goes into just how powerful a force a true lightning bolt is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even if it doesn't hit you, the sound is enough.
One thing before we switch from this, though, I know somebody asked me this, and I did want to ask you. So, as she and Cigar are traveling under the water, is she using her powers to sort of breathe underwater? Like, how?
Good
how
question.
are they doing that?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Breathe underwater?
Yeah, she can breathe underwater in continuity.
She can breathe underwater.
Yeah, 616 Storm can breathe underwater.
Now, is she achieving this via electrolysis, or do you have another way in your canon, in your story, that she's doing it?
No, I'm using the current canon, which is electrolysis.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. Here's the thing. We just had this scene with Susanoo, who has gone through all these machinations to get Storm to kill him. And he says, I'm going to force you to kill me, because if you don't, my planet is going to destroy the Earth. So you have to kill me. And she goes, I'm not going to do that. Yes, because of your little I don't kill thing. Yes, I don't kill. And yet, slash and burn Storm, chopping up dudes left and right. There seems to be layers to this I don't kill rule.
I think
the
line that Susano says is your complicated
you're right.
rule about taking a life.
I really laughed out loud when I read the line and she says, I don't kill. I was like, I've been reading Storm a long time. There's a body count. Her body count's pretty high.
Yeah, people didn't note that part. Some, not people, some. They didn't know that part of it's not a simple rule, like Batman, I don't use a gun. As it's this complicated thing. For example, Storm doesn't kill, but she's not a vegetarian. She eats meat.
Right.
So it's not the old, oh, I'm just a vegetarian kind of thing. It's not that. At the same time, which she says in that page too, like if Susano becomes a serious threat to his people, he will die. You know,
Right.
she has made threats like that to her dad. Like I will end you if you. So it depends on the circumstances, and also depends on the sentience of the being she's attacking.
Right. Right.
So like, oh, brainless rock monsters, yeah, I will slice you.
So it's more guidelines than it is a hard and fast rule.
Yeah.
It's like a goal. My goal today is to not body anybody.
Yeah.
But if I
but
must.
if push comes
Unless
to
it's
shove,
absolutely necessary.
Right. Yeah, and that's true. That's just it. And she's been like that since Mutant Massacre. That's when that really started. When that really started. She's like, all right, if I have to kill you, I will, but I really, really don't want to. Yeah.
Now, because of the background on this, it really pops that she's using the black lightning, which I told you several issues ago. I wanted more black lightning. I think black lightning looks cool, particularly when you kind of surround it with a little purple. You make the black with a purple exterior outside of it. Ask your colorist to throw some purple next time. But yeah, talk about her use of her powers here.
It's, I think the first panel is speed. The second one is wind, but I think I wanted it to be wind that also looks like the force. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, again, like we've seen that she can use the electricity to increase her speed and reaction time from issue 12. So different things like that. Without explaining it, you just get why Storm can move this fast. Yeah.
Okay, so this is when the black lightning kicks in. It's like she's going into ultra super cyan storm mode, but short of the black vortex storm. She's not going pure black vortex storm, but she is.
Yeah, black vortex.
Okay, all right.
It's also a reflection of our mood. It's something you would notice a little in issue 1 and 2. When she's in a bad mood, it's black. When she's in a better mood, it's regular lightning.
Got you. I want to take a quick second to ask everyone who's watching, if you're digging the content, please hit the like button. Just take a moment right now. Everybody who's watching, hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps this channel out so we can keep doing content like this. And if you're not subscribed, welcome. Please subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and lets you know when we do these shows. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So here's the mom. She's a superhero. What is her name?
Death Siren.
A mom with the name Death Siren. That's so warm and fuzzy. Like, hi, my mom's name is Death Siren. She's a superhero. You're a twisted man, Murea. She's literally Death Siren. And she's holding the spear. Wow. Artistically, did your artist come up with the outfit and everything on his own?
No, we kind of came up with it together. Gave some suggestions, some mood board and stuff, and then she designed the whole fit.
Question: what is the purpose of the armor pads on the interior of her thighs?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
You knew I was gonna ask that. Come on, man.
To protect the goods.
I shouldn't have asked. All right. She says, I'm a little nervous. I'm missing Storm. She's trying to get the kids hyped up. Your mom's in her outfit. I'm about to save the day. Storm's on her way. We're all gonna team. We're gonna do the first Barrett's France superhero team up of all time. It unfortunately was short lived.
Yeah.
She was taken out. What was her power set? Is it basically like Siren from the X-Men?
Yeah, scream. She has
Okay.
powerful screams.
Got you. The irony of her saying no one can hurt Mama, and Mama ultimately did not survive.
And I think so. And I know somebody asked me this: is when Storm is looking back with the question mark? Is that because she hears the siren, the death siren?
She heard it.
Okay.
She heard it, but she wasn't sure what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart, goodness.
I just want to point out, this was a dense book. Like, I've read it a couple times. You packed a lot of stuff in this book, and you did it by doing stuff like this. I've blown this up here, but this is actually a very small panel. Your artist packed in all the details in each one of these panels to tell the story. Great storytelling in that regard, because you packed in a lot of stuff.
Yes, it's inspired by Nick Dragota and Scott Snyder on Absolute Batman.
Gotcha. All right. Now, this is the part I really had. This is where things just went. It got even dense for me. I couldn't figure out what's going on here. The invading Abora Akuta, that's the name of the creatures, right?
Yeah.
Feed a magma core of about 1200 degrees Celsius. She somehow uses her powers to tap into the magma. Tell me what happens, because I
Okay, so every page before, we've seen that anytime Storm kills any of these stone creatures,
yeah.
Instead of blood, what we see spilled out is magma.
Okay.
And magma is about 1,000 degrees Celsius upwards. And human beings are just about 37 degrees Celsius. So she uses her power over water to command water into the city. Anything that is 37 degrees Celsius, the water evades it, basically flying over it. And everything that it's like about, every creature that is about 1,000 degrees Celsius upwards, the water destroys them. That's basically the summary.
So it's almost like a heat-seeking thing. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah,
basically, I use our power over water, a power over temperature, And the thing is, when seawater and lava mix, it creates volcanic glass, and it also creates some toxic gases. Storm traps all those gases in the water so that it doesn't kill people.
Now, you said her power over water. Is it a power of hydrokinesis, or is it her manipulating the energy to move water?
Hydrokinesis.
She has hydrokinesis.
Yeah.
Is that a new power set? What is the precedent for the hydrokinesis?
It's not a power she uses often, but she's using it more often in my run. She used it when she was fighting the Thunder Gods in issue 7, where she controls the water to create a water whip and then throws maggots with it. So here it's on a much bigger scale of controlling the seawater.
All right. So those monsters try to take to the skies. Sugar gets and chomps on and has lunch. Here's was an interesting line. You mentioned before that Sugar is from this region. That's
yes.
That he is their god. So he goes, the prayers of the worshipers that brought me here have suddenly vanished. it sort of reinforces the fact that these gods are powered by the worship of their believers, their followers.
Yeah, yeah. This line was inspired by Jason Aaron's run on Thor. You know, especially the God Butcher arc. You know, it's basically based on the fact that gods hear prayers. You know, it's a way of communicating with them, and then they know that you are in need and they're able to help you. So I'm using that continuity because it's Marvel continuity to say, okay, Suga heard these prayers and came here to help. But suddenly those prayers have suddenly vanished.
Ta-Nehisi Coates in his Black Panther run had a scene where he had the
Yes.
Wakandans worship her as the Hadari Yao, and that leveled
Yes.
her up. So that's still an
Empower
ability that she has, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
It's an
do you
ability
think
that most gods have.
do you plan on exploring that? That you're going to give her some followers to level her up further? I mean,
I we'll see what
the
the
reason
future holds.
the reason I ask is you see how excited this French superhero says, "Oh, Storm's coming. She's like one of the greatest superheroes. She's cool." There's got to be other people throughout the world that like think Storm is cool and know of her
Definitely.
and worship her. And, has a fan following, and you wonder, like, it'd be interesting to see. And this is a woman who, just by the use of her powers in Kenya, was worshipped as a goddess. In our world of social media and how we tend to follow celebrities, I could imagine that in this world, she would be like a famous celebrity, and that same level of fame that you have as we worship these celebrities and social media influencers, that same level could be interpreted power-wise as the worship of a goddess and level her up. I'm kind of curious if that's like something that could be explored.
It's something certainly at the back of my mind, but I haven't gotten an interesting angle on it yet.
Storm is in the middle of a battle, pulls out her phone and says, "Let me go on TikTok, live stream this, and get a power up from all of my followers."
Nice one.
I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyhow, just as we see the battle is almost done. At least from their perspective, the bad guys are sort of mostly gone. But as Sugar mentioned, he's like, where are all the people? Like, I don't feel them anymore. We've taken out the bad guys, but I also don't feel my followers. What's going on? On the scene pops in Akujin, war general of he who you deem to so fit to imprison. So she is the war general for Susanoo?
I didn't mention.
You did not mention.
She didn't. She did not specify. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember where we first saw this character, Paul?
Wasn't she in this last crossover run?
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
And who was she serving in that story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an interesting double entendre because it could mean anything. We don't know if she started one way and then moved over to another. They're both in prison, so
and that was the future. So it's like it's me playing around with people's expectations. It's Susanoo is Japanese, and this character is also Japanese. So you'd be like, if she's saying "free my master," and we just saw the Japanese god get imprisoned, you would automatically think, she's working for Susanoo. And it's like, not necessarily, because Egun is also imprisoned, and in Rogue Storm, Akujin serves Egun. But who knows? She might be serving Susanoo now and transition later into Egun. So it's all that to be like, let's see. But
she was also working with the X-Men, so like her allegiances are all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah. Yes. So it's basically me playing with the fact that Akujin is Japanese, Susanoo is Japanese. Let's see your biases direct your reading experience.
Mm. So
This,
this is
you know what? One more thing before we go over. It also
yeah.
makes another interesting point when the Uncanny X Force go after Storm. You notice how Aquagen kind of hangs back, and
Yeah.
if this is that, and we're in the same timeline, it could have also. We knew that she was going to betray them, but it could have also been if Storm would have saw her, she would have probably immediately attacked them because she could have been like, "I remember you. You're the one that tricked me
Yeah,
the last time." Yeah.
yeah.
Lots of stuff to play around with here. Yeah.
I hate time travel. It makes my head hurt. Um, let me ask you this: what is Aquagen's power set?
She's a sorcerer.
Right.
And
So
she can fight very good.
we've got Scarlet Witch, we've got Storm, and now we've got Aquagen in the same book. And she
And
she's
Dr.
must be a
Voodoo
very
is
powerful
something.
sorceress. What was that?
I said, and Dr. Voodoo is,
That's
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm still
It's a
bitter.
magic book now.
It's a magic book now. And that's what I was asking from the very first issue. I'm going to delve into her magic. So we're getting there.
Mhm.
She goes, it's about time that you learn a lesson and see through illusion magic.
Mhm.
This was your dramatic shoe drop moment. So Storm thinks, hey, the invasion is just on the coast. We wiped out everybody on the coast. The rest of the city is fine, but actually the opposite is true. Can you explain this?
Yeah, so you just said it exactly. That's correct. You know, Storm was under the impression, coming from the sea, coming from the beach, be like, oh, only the coastal regions are under attack. She even says it in her mind. But meanwhile, all the parts where Death Siren was, everything was in the mainland, was in the inland. And they were under attack, but Storm did not know. Storm could not sense it. She heard it a little when Death Siren screamed, but she could not make sense of it. When she heard the scream, that's when she flew up to have a better view. She heard that scream, stopped, went up to have a better view, but saw nothing. It's like, okay, everything looks okay. So where did that scream come from? Like, okay, you know what? Let me try to listen to where the villains are and everything. It's like, yeah, they've already decimated the whole city.
Oh, it's so heartbreaking because now it feels like she didn't show up for them. It
Yeah.
was too late. So sad.
She had no idea all the death
No
and
idea.
destruction that was going on all around her, and she was
And
completely
they were
oblivious.
waiting for her.
Oh, that was so sad.
Yeah, that was this. Yeah,
Heartbreaking.
this was a shoe drop moment in the issue, man. That was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about heartbroken. This elder brother saying, yeah, I told my younger sister that everything was going to work out all right. Mom said everything's going to be okay. She's the strongest superhero. I knew she was going to make it out, and it didn't happen. Everyone lies, even Storm, because Storm said it was going to be all right.
Oh,
I just get the feeling this is a foreshadowing of something very bad with this kid.
Yeah, we shall see.
He's definitely going to need extensive therapy to get over this.
Sure.
100%.
Jeez. Oh, yeah. Oh, so can we say or not whether we're going to see these children again or no? Do we know if
I
we're going to see
don't
them
know.
again? Okay.
I can't say.
You can't say. All right. She's feeling heart wrenched by this whole thing. She failed. She gave up her honor by tricking Sasunu, who promised to burn her with the pain that fills his heart. And that's what happened. You mentioned her emotions affect her lightning. So as she's thinking about this, the black lightning certainly comes out in full force.
Yeah.
She goes to sleep, and obviously the Scarlet Witch feels
Another sorcerer. They just want to leave her alone.
What are we seeing here?
I said another sorcerer that they just want to leave her alone.
Yeah.
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 So this Scarlet Witch, creating an umbrella for the rain while she stalks stuff.
You're having two of Marvel's most powerful women in the same book in a story. This is going to be interesting.
Very.
Next issue. That was just the first issue, y'all. That was just one issue. It wasn't even 30 pages. It was the standard 20 pages. He packed in a lot.
25.
25. All right.
Yeah.
You're bringing back this FBI group. What are they called again? Did you come up with the name for them yet?
No, they're called the FBI group.
They're just called the FBI group. They're back. Storm is in the Bacta chamber. Star Wars, anyone? All right.
Yeah.
And can you tell us, give us some foreshadowing as what's going to be happening here?
So Storm and Scarlet Witch are going to, meet. I can't say much about that. The FBI agents are going to show up. And if you remember the last time we saw the FBI agents, they were, taking in some, Galactus juice.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see what they use that juice for in this issue.
They've been juicing. All right.
Now, I did. There was another fan question from someone who's out of the U.S. And wasn't able to watch tonight. That wanted to know if you could say if in issue 2 there were going to be any magic lessons between her and Wanda that go on.
Yes.
I choose not to reveal it.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Speaking of the next issue,
Cover and variants.
here's the cover and the variant. You've had an obscene amount of good covers in your runs.
Extremely.
But this one on the right, this is definitely in my top 5. This is definitely in my top 5. Who did this one? Mark Brooks?
No,
Torrin
Clark.
That's Torrin Clark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never disappoints. So.
Good God, Torrin. Yeah, that's definitely in the top 5 covers of Storm of all time right there. That's dope. She's got green eyes. You notice that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is her lightning green as well? No, it's blue. Isn't it?
No, it's blue.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Storm showing off the abs. She's got, Tiana Taylor abs.
That
one's by Chris Anka. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can go full screen with this. That's the sneak peeks for the next issue.
Here's our exclusive, Mr. Producer. Oh, he went full screen. There we go. He's not doing the exclusive video. All right. He's asleep.
For the next one. Yeah.
Here we go. So the FBI. It looks like Storm is at a podium speaking to people because she's got her fancy dress on. She's got the mics.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Tiana Taylor abs, we were talking about juicing earlier. Is Storm juicing? What's going on? She's kind of diesel right here.
Oh, she's been working out since Thunderwall. She's been working out since Thunderwall.
Yeah, it shows. Shout out to the closet.
She's bench lifting baby hippos.
I love the design on Scarlet Witch here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks great.
The
Looks
way it
great.
glows, it looks awesome.
So
Look at the
cool.
Again, look at
detail on the
details in the
hand.
backgrounds. Oh yes. Russell Tamaki with those designs.
And shout out on the coloring of Scarlet Witch, noting a bit of her Romani heritage.
Mhm.
Yes, even
This
the hair
never-
too.
Yeah, and the hair too. Never gets brought up. Everyone forgets that she has that in her heritage.
Yeah, it reminds me of George Lopez, how he used to draw her. George Perez, not George Lopez.
George Perez,
Lord.
yeah.
George Perez. George Perez, back in the Avengers, back in the
Avengers days.
Yeah. Those 90s, later 90s, yeah.
Aurora the Stallion. Yeah, that's true. All right, so then we get into some fan art.
Oh yes, the Marvel token. I almost forgot that game was still coming out.
There we go.
That's cute.
Nice. The hair.
Everyone seems to
97.
be favoring the white outfit on Storm.
Oh sure, yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. I love this costume.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones too. Okay, our chat has been patiently waiting to talk about their questions. Let's get to it. How many eclectic blurred niche? Always with the best questions. How many months between the end of the first series and the start of Storm Earth's Mightiest Mutant?
I think we gradually reveal that, but in my head, it's roughly 3 months.
Okay. Next question. Will the omnibus include the other Storm solo series as well?
Yes, that's what we're counting to think it will be 25 issues. It's not a done deal or anything yet. It's just one of the prerequisites for an omnibus is definitely fan interest and all those stuff. But the first one is, do you have up to 25 issues in your run? Then after that, you start doing, okay, is there fan interest and stuff? But we want to scale the first requirement of having 25 issues. And the first run is 12. We have Rook Storm, which is 3, that's 15. We have 5 issues greenlit now, which is 20. So we're hoping to get 5 more issues to be able to get that minimum 25 issue mark.
Yeah, and they would probably, they'd probably also include your Hellfire Gala story plus the X-Men Omega.
Yeah, but those are short stuff, 5 pages and things like that.
Yeah.
It should, when we will see Jericho Drum and Japheth next. I think I can spoil it. Issue 3.
Cool. I'm glad I don't have to wait too long. Will she use the lightning laser eyes, or was that a one-time deal?
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't called back to it yet.
All right. What indie comics creators or writers here would love to get his hands on?
Most indie. Okay, I want to be sure I'm getting what indie is, but I think indie here doesn't make creator owned. So I'm thinking things like from Dynamite Comics and Oni Press. I would love to work on the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, that would be something.
Adventure. Yeah, Adventure Time. If there's a Castlevania comic, I would write to like Castlevania. Red Sonja has been a bucket list character for me.
Imagine a Red Sonja Akagon crossover.
Yeah, it's going to be dope. Yeah, those are the ones I can think of right now. I think there are more.
Will Abraxas make a return in this run?
Yes.
All right. That was a dangling thread from the last one. Is this the same Abraxas as the one in the older comics?
No, technically no.
Does she still have access to her Black Vortex form?
We shall see. But keep an eye out for issue 3.
In this new volume, Storm manifests black lightning. I found a real phenomenon: terrestrial gainery flashes generated in atmospheric storms. Are they related to Storm's black lightning?
I have to do more research on that, but not in my mind per se.
All right. Evening Comic Fan just joining. Not sure if this was covered, but will this be an ongoing series?
Technically, it was announced as an ongoing series, and then later it became one of 5. But every conversation I've had with Marvel has said if it does well, they would have more issues. So I've not been bothered.
All right. Make sure you get your pre-orders in. How soon before we find out the upcoming Death War?
Issue 3.
That's soon. Okay. How soon are the two lovers just random people, or are they of some real significance? The reason the guy was killed.
Both. They're both random people, but they also have significance into the plot and and the story we're trying to tell.
All right.
I thought it was interesting they were in Arkansas, which is where the hospital is. I thought about
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Can't see my super chat question, so I'll try again for free. Is
To
Wolverine
give
Ferraris my father or not? More dodging.
okay. To give a little this thing, Margot is dead and is in Arkansas in this hospital. So that link, take it as you will. Can't see my super chat question, so I'll try again. Honestly speaking, at this point, I don't care. It's not the story I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to tell a story of Storm and her daughter. That's it's. I don't see it as dodgy on anything. We've seen stories of male characters without the mother figure in the story, and we're cool with it. Um, Wolverine has Laura Kinney, Gabby, and all these other people. That there's no
Right.
mother figure; it's just Wolverine
Yeah.
to them, and we're cool with it. Superboy. There's no mother figure for Superboy. It's just and we see him as part of the Superman family. They are different characters that when it comes to the male counterparts, they have offsprings. We don't even tell stories about the mother. Some we don't even know if there's a mother. There's even no mother in the story or anything. When last
Nobody
have we seen
asks.
when last have we seen Tyler Ghul in the story of Damian Wayne? How often do we see her? So yeah, this is Tom's story. This is Tom's child, and I don't want it to be boxed down by who the father is or where the father or that.
All right. Could the, could the entity that abducts Storm potentially be Never Queen?
I can't reveal that.
Not at this time. All right. Maria, are you and Steve Orlando talking? Because that Wanda intro with her being the thorn in the flesh of the elder gods, because they are giving Wanda the business in Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, yes, is we chat on WhatsApp. So I usually ask him, things before I do it with Wanda and stuff. So yes, we communicate. We're talking about it.
Who is monitoring the animals in the sanctuary with Magagon?
Oh, that's true. We didn't show that in issue 1. It was reviewed a little in Storm 12, so you see it again in Storm 2. It's Isako Amo.
Right. We did see that. Yeah.
Maria, why Suga, an ancient storm god, got influenced by the illusion magic?
Uh, Gods are highly resistant to magic. It's why we've seen Thor fight Scarlet Witch, and it's not like Thor just, it's never an easy fight for Scarlet Witch or
Hmm.
anything. But as resistant as they are to magic, they are not completely immune. And if you notice, both of them sensed it. Storm sensed the scream from Death Siren. Suga mentions it, senses the fact that the prayers have suddenly vanished, and that's because the people praying died. So he
Yeah.
sensed it. So it's not that their sense were not completely dulled, but they couldn't make sense of what they were getting. Is it that did the prayer stop because we've rescued them all, or did the prayer stop because they died? He's also confused. So yeah. So they are resistant but not immune.
Okay. Does Shugar replace the shoebill bird?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Raise the rear.
Razor Bill. Um, not completely, but at least for these first 5 issues, we won't be seeing the Razor Bill. We'll be seeing more of Sugar.
Okay. I hope he comes back. I miss Razor Bill.
I couldn't use Razor Bill immediately until I was sure everything happening with One World Under Doom,
Right.
Dungeons of Doom, and everything. So before I can just say, oh yeah, there's this bird by Doctor Doom that escaped. There's this
Yeah.
big story happening with Doom right now, so I don't want to mess with it. So that's why we're seeing more of Suga than the Razor Bill.
Gotcha.
Is Akujin or yokai or some sort of supernatural being or a mutant?
Yeah, more of a yokai, like an evil spirit. But I would categorize her in the Marvel universe as more of a demon. But we'll get more of that in later issues.
I do love demons. Does she have if we can say this, does she have another form, like a scarier form that she conceals?
Demons usually do. So
I love it. Okay, yes.
All right. Any chance of a variant cover or 15 by Dotun? I ask this every episode.
yeah, I want it every episode too. But it's not up to me. It's usually up to the editorial and the marketing team for variant covers.
Tag some Dotun Akande art and tag Tom Brevoort and whoever editor is at Marvel and say, "What are you doing? Hire the man."
No,
All right.
think the fact that I'm asking is why we've not gotten it yet. Because I think now it's now feel like what's the word? When someone gets hired because of who they know.
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Yeah. So I think that's what they're trying to avoid. So I think if I actually keep my mouth shut, maybe it will happen.
Yeah, so he needs all of you to open your mouths or your Twitter fingers and try and get Dotan to do a. I mean, it's hard to say this, view it as nepotism. The guy is objectively a dope artist.
Exactly.
All right, was that to be a Hero X reference with the TikTok live? No.
Could have been.
Next. About Igun, he's still under lock and key after what happened to Maggot?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Is he though? Next question. Murea, why Akujin have 2 hands inside of 4 hands? She have a demon form.
Yeah, I contemplated on that, but I wanted to go with the 2 hands since she has 4 hands 10 years in the future. So I want to see if I can tell a story of what happens that she gets 4 hands. So I wanted to start with 2 hands so that we can, have some story to tell there.
Oh, we have a super chat. Nabutafly, did Storm separate herself from the universe when she rejected eternity? the black lightning must be more than an emotional expression, right?
Yeah, it's more than an emotional expression, but it's primarily that. Storm's relationship with the universe will be explored more in like issue 5.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you for the
Issue
super
4,
chat.
issue 5. Yeah, thank you.
Marwan Williams with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. How is Agun in prison when we saw Storm feed his essence to Maggot? Speaking of Maggot, are he and Manifold ever gonna come back?
Yeah, feeding the essence to Margot is the imprisonment. Yes, I plan to bring Margot and Manifold back.
Okay. Death is not eternal in the Marvel Universe. So Akagen really is Spiral Light.
I know, right? I'm starting to differentiate more and more from Spiral, but originally I wanted to use Spiral in Rogue Storm, but she was tied up in another book, so I had to create my own original character, which I'm now like building this big lore around. So it's a win-win.
And Spiral was more portals and Akagen's more apparently illusion magic.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it, but is it shown in the book that Storm heard the scream of death siren or just note the stuff that needs to be interpreted?
Oh, it's not mentioned, but you see after the scream Storm looks back. It's just a little visual cue. It doesn't matter if you interpret it that way or not. The story still works.
Yeah.
It's just me saying my intention behind the script.
Okay. Is this a callback to Gateway's comment to Storm?
Not yet. I've not paid off that setup yet.
Okay. Does Storm know that the FBI agents are responsible for what happened to Eden and Maggot?
Yes.
Does that mean they're all going to be slaughtered?
We shall see.
Storm's eyes are green. That proves she loves Doom.
It's a quote. She's really high.
Maria, are you familiar with Bayonetta? And if so, was there any inspiration for your use of Storm's magic in Rogue Storm?
Who is Bayonetta? Is it the girl from Castlevania? No, I don't think so. I don't know the character, so I'm not familiar.
Old boy got his wig split and went into the phone. What happened to this lady?
His lady also died. We cut back to it, so.
Yeah, her body was on the ground too. She. Will she be relying on teamwork a lot in this run? That's a good question.
Avengers. She's hesitant. She's hesitant to put a team together in the long term because of what happened to Eden and Margot. It's something I kind of explore later in the series.
Do you think Storm Life Dream will be included in the omnibus? Ooh, that's a good question.
It depends. What the omnibus centers around. Right now, there's enough issues to say Storm omnibus, and that's all. Because our run is going to have 20 issues now, and if we include Greg Pak's 11 issues, so that's 31. So we already have enough issues to have a Storm omnibus. But if it's going to be for that you can have Storm Life Dream, you can have
a few other things too. Yeah.
If you wins one shot with Jem Bartel, this 1-2-page story, you can have all those things if it's Storm omnibus. But if it's Storm by Murewa Ayodele, it probably won't get included since I didn't write that.
Yeah. Is Storm's blue elemental form a possibility for her? If so, does it answer Susanu's questions about her immortality?
She's talking about the ages of apocalypse and that future where she ascends to that elemental form.
Yeah.
Her
I
immortality is
don't.
going to come up as a subject a lot, given her godhood.
Yeah, it's something I've not started exploring yet, so I don't know. I can't say any definitive answer yet.
Has anyone else noticed that the Storm's belt on her original Rogue Storm costume somewhat, what is that word? Somewhat resembles her Black Vortex tiara and has similar elements.
I hadn't noticed. No.
The belt I've not noticed. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the belt.
Yeah. Will Storm cross over to Sorcerer Supreme?
That's more of a big Marvel decision.
How in Basque name did you of all people wind up on the Black Panther project? Yeah, there's a huge contention of people that swear that you hate Black Panther because you said that you like Shuri.
It's something I don't want to talk about on Twitter, but I think I can just mention it here.
Yeah.
When people can't control you, then they try to control the narrative around you. So I would mention a few things that I've been accused of when it comes to Black Panther. Someone asked me what's my favorite thing about Black Panther, and I said Shuri. Number one, why did I say Shuri? The same person that asked me that question is the same person that's been harassing me consistently online. Is the same person that from issue 1 of the story was complaining why I listed Riri's algorithm, Shuri's algorithm, and not Black Panther's algorithm. Is the same person that said the only reason Dr. Voodoo was in the story was so that Dr. Voodoo will fail and Dr. Doom will succeed because I hate black men, I prefer white men, and different things. So it was the person that was constantly attacking me that, oh, nobody really likes Shuri. Anybody that likes Shuri, they just hate Black Panther, stuff like that. So that same person asking, oh yeah, what's your favorite thing about Black Panther? And I said, yeah, Shuri. So context. What other things? So many things that I didn't say. I said Black Panther was smarter than Shuri. I did not. I said, I think in my own head canon, Black Panther has a specialty as a genius. Shuri has her own specialty as a genius. And I listed some things, I listed, biology for one, computer science for the other, things and things like that. Never said one was smarter than the other.
Yeah, I remember that discussion. You said Shuri was an engineer and T'Challa was like a physicist.
Yeah, so I mentioned a couple of things like that. So, and is this same account that goes on every platform to keep saying things that I did not say or misconstrue them and everything like that. So it's very weird. I think they're also saying that I lost all my black fans. That's why I want to write Black Panther to appease them. And it's like people support my work, and I'm very, very grateful for that. It's not that I've spoken on Black Comic Lords here about a Black Panther pitch before I got to the Storm book. It was when I was writing Akokun Brutalizer of Gods. You interviewed me. So it's like, and about why I got the Black Panther project. Editor Will Moss is in charge of that project. I already worked with him on a Shuri project for Marvel Voices. So he loves my take on Wakandan characters, where I talk about so many times, which there's nothing wrong with it. but a lot of Wakandan stories or stories about Wakandan characters centers a lot on science, which is good, but we are losing touch with their connection to Africa, their connection to African mysticism. They are supposed to be a people and characters that embody both, that we can be this incredibly intelligent, science-oriented group of people and not and still be connected to nature and still be connected to the orishas and still be connected to these gods. And we keep telling this one story and we don't tell enough of this other story or that balance.
I think that's what makes them so powerful too, is because they have that balance.
Yeah. So the story for Shuri was well received. It showed up in a free comic book day and so many other stories like that. So I wanted to see my take on Black Panther and throw me there. And not a thing of pride, but grace. My name on books sell. And they want the book to sell.
There you go. Recognize your worth, brother. All right. Will Ferrara have magic-based powers? We need more black magic users in comics. I agree.
Yeah. I can't answer this at all. I wanted to even just drop hints, but I'm like, nah, I can't answer it at all.
Let's see.
When
will we get to see Death, Eternity, and other abstracts again?
It might take a while. Right now, it's mostly Storm and demons.
Dealing with the mystical rather than the cosmic. Forgive me if this has already been asked. What does it mean when we see the black thought bubbles for Storm?
Honestly, I just wanted cool thought balloons for Storm. I didn't want it to just be the regular white ones, especially in the X-Men universe where those thought balloons look very similar to telepathy balloons. So I wanted us to look different, so that's why ours are black. I love black for Storm.
Was the guy the only one that went into an electronic? His girl didn't get sucked into the TV?
His girl did, but okay, there are some things too that, because I'm a male writer, I tend not to show biases. Any character can die in my book. I've seen people talk about, oh, I killed black characters. Yeah, I've killed white characters too. Phantom X's head was decapitated, all the stuff. I've killed Asian characters.
Yeah,
it's all happened. So it's not like, oh, I specifically look for, So I try to make it as diverse as possible to not show any biases, both for the good and the bad. But sometimes, as a male writer, you still have to hold back. So sometimes, yeah, it's unfair, but for some of the gruesome deaths, it's the couple that died, But I had to show more of the male one than the female one. So we just see the female already dead.
Because we don't need any more.
So she was sucked into the TV. Yeah.
Males and Murea's an equal opportunity serial killer of characters. We finally gonna find out what happened to Craig. Nobody cares about Craig, man. Corny ass Craig. What the Craig? So Craig start. Go ahead. I'll let you.
I can say their intentions to have some scenes set in Araco in the future.
Craig's still in Morocco. Not that I care.
He got them blue kids. Raising them kids.
Are the next issues gonna tie in with Wiccan?
No.
Oh, that's right. She will be in Wiccan.
But I'm excited to read Wiccan appearance.
Yeah, me too.
Next question. Any chance we'll see full potential Black Vortex Storm again in the series or blow fire? That was awesome.
Okay, sorry. I just remember something else too. It's also about this live stream where we invited Tom Brevoort. It's also said that we were very happy, we're very giddy that because we ship Storm and Wolverine. Number one, I've not even shared who my ideal ship is for Storm. I've only mentioned things that I've seen in my research. And the reason why we were happy on that day, if Paul remembers, I don't like people twisting the narratives, is we were happy we were getting to do a sex scene.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter with who, just
Right.
the way we were giddy about having this a masturbation scene in this Storm book. We were happy to do a sex scene. Sex scenes like that are not popular. How many had you seen before that issue came out and everything? That was the point. So all this is swirl propaganda or anything. We were happy to have a sex scene that was as explicit as you can get in a Marvel comic. So and the book sold well. That issue sold well. So let's just leave that aside. But let's move on to this.
Yes, because I never want to think about that with Wolverine ever again.
Yeah, you don't have to think about it, and I don't think it even sold either it was with Wolverine or not. It's the fact that we hadn't seen a sex scene that elaborates in Marvel comics in ages.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the same reaction happened when with Scarlet Witch and Vision,
Oh right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It wasn't really about the ship, if you like the ship or not. People are just interested that sex in a Marvel comic, So
that was something.
Yeah, So that's
with an
thing.
artificial man.
Exactly.
Let's see. That's the next question.
Yes, we're going to see more Black Vortex Storm and more fire breathing.
Murea, you and Blurred W Without Fear still cool?
Oh yeah, we talk regularly. He did a live stream today. It was talking about some topics that I wasn't fully informed on. So I asked a question about the thing. But yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing
I think on my YouTube recap last year, Blood Without Fear was, no offense, Black Comic Lots, was my most viewed channel.
Cool. Shout out to Blurred Without Fear. Looking forward to doing a collabo with him again. Why are we treating Craig like he is Paul? Craig ain't as bad as Paul.
He's not. I'm not the one. I think is Paul that has beef with Craig.
I'm not as corny as Craig. We headed to Oraco. Is this if we get more issues or is it set?
Even if we don't get more issues, we already have some little cameos in Oraco.
Okay. Will we see Eternal Storm?
I can't say it.
Are you thinking of doing any creator-owned books after your Storm run?
Yes, I miss the creator-owned space. I miss it a lot.
Were you consulted at all for Exceptional X-Men?
No, not really, but it's not necessary. We both have the same editor, so if we write anything that's contradictory, the editor would know and fix it. We have the same editor.
Here's the next one. Any more? Is that it?
I thought there was one that just disappeared now.
I think we had answered that one already.
Nope.
Okay.
Producer says that's it. I have a question. The title of this run is Storm
Ah.
Earth's mightiest mutant.
You beat me to it.
What's the story behind that? Is she indeed? I mean, think about this when you say a statement like that. You've got Apocalypse out there. You know, you've got characters like Legion. You know, there's all types of ultra power. You've got Proteus. You have all these oh, you've got little black girl. What's her name? Melissa. I forget her. I forget her name. But there's all types of super ultra powerful mutant beings out there. Now, the term mightiest, is that distinct from the most powerful? What's behind the term Storm the Earth's mightiest mutant? I'll let you go ahead.
I think it's layered. Number one is branding purposes because she's in the Avengers.
Yeah.
So it's trying to show a duality as a mutant, an X-Men, and an Avengers, which is Earth's mightiest heroes. That's one. Two, and I think the mighty there is not about power level, but it's more about ferocity, willingness to keep fighting, not giving up, and all the lights.
Okay. All right. Antoine?
I think she is, yes. But anyways, I mean, of course, I do. I think she is, but not from a biased point of view. If I could honestly say, even if I was not a Storm fan, if I was to look at her resume and the things that she's done and has done up to this point, it would make sense to say, oh yeah, I could see why she would be labeled Earth's mightiest mutant, because who else has done all that Storm has done in her career? I mean, from being worshipped, she's been worshipped as a goddess, like legit. She's been the queen of Wakanda. She's been an Avenger. She's been an X-Man, the leader of the X-Men. She's been a Fantastic Four member. It's just and now she's got her own sanctuary, that flies around the globe. There's nobody else as mightier than Storm.
She's Earth's protector.
Yeah, it just makes sense. My question it's sort of revolving around this, but it's nothing that I think any of us know for sure. But do we want to take bets on if we think that Storm is going to remain with the Avengers after whatever's happening this summer?
After issue 36?
Yeah.
I think they're going to do a whole new roster. I mean, that's usually when they end runs, they come up with a new Avengers roster. So most of the people on there may not be there. Not to mention, shout out to Jed McKay for putting the first Rule of Three Avengers.
Know. I'm gonna miss this lineup.
Dwayne McDuffie is somewhere smiling down on that, I'm sure.
Yeah. I would like her to stay around personally. I still feel like there's more for her to do with the Avengers.
You know what I want? I want her to lead the Avengers. I want her to be the leader of the Avengers. Because if you look at the roster, everyone on that team has been a leader of the Avengers, has been chairperson at some point, except for Storm.
I think that would be very cool for her to be the chairperson. Yeah, I would like that.
S. Jadek says, the fact you won't say T'Challa is smarter than Storm is the problem.
That's Shuri.
We don't want the
Lord.
MCU synergy in Black Panther comics. They are not equals. He doesn't need her help on any science. I can't say I disagree with you, Asjadix, with regard to T'Challa's intelligence being beyond reproach. He's one of Marvel Comics' smartest characters. But this is Storm. It's not Black Panther.
We're saying Shuri. It's number one. I didn't say T'Challa is smarter, and I didn't say Shuri is smarter either. I don't see the need to compare Black characters to each other to see, who is what's the most. I don't say that. I don't say they're equals either. I just don't mention it at all. And I've never said T'Challa needs help from Shuri on anything in science. All I said was two geniuses can exist. The fact that we have to make black characters subsume each other, that
Mm,
more than one cannot exist in one field. Oh,
absolutely.
we have one black character that flies. Because of that, we never have any other black character that flies. Um, we have one black character that is incredibly smart. Because of that, we can't have more than one black character that is incredibly smart. I'm an African. I live in Africa. I want African characters that can do multiple things, you know. So yeah, Shuri should be able to do that. Shuri was created for female fans of Black Panther to have somebody they can attach themselves to. So why should they have to compete? Why should we have to be like, yeah, but you know, one is not this, one is this. So that's my take, and I would stand by that take.
I think if I was to say anything to this, I would say two things. The first thing is that we want to look at this and explore this really carefully, because we're talking about a black male character, which is very important, but we're also talking about a black female character, which is just as important. And what I don't like about this remark is it just kind of has a little misogynistic nastiness in there to me, because what you're saying is that Shuri can't be great because T'Challa has to be greater, and that's not true. They can both be great, and you can
And
love
I,
who you love.
yeah, and I understand if there are issues with the MCU. That's the
Sure,
MCU.
absolutely.
This is the comics. So why should we? It's not our job in comics to fix or address things happening in the MCU. The MCU
Hmm.
is the MCU. If it has its own issues, that's its own problems, it's there. We're not going to. Will it make sense, for example, just because in the MCU, T'Challa is dead in the MCU and they're not
Right.
recasting T'Challa? It doesn't make sense in the comics for us to now say want to kill T'Challa too. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to now say, okay, you know what, to make it equal, we'll now kill Shuri off too. So that yeah, it's now equal now. Shuri is Black Panther in MCU. Here we've killed Shuri and now it's equal. It doesn't make sense either. We should be who we are. We should have our own identity and tell our own stories. It's not our work to fill in the gap for what MCU is missing or not having. We are here to
Yeah.
tell our own stories.
And I understand the sensitivity regarding the MCU. I do get that, but it's just directed in the wrong place. You know, it's not directed in the correct medium here in this instance. But I would love to see this same level of commitment and fierceness as it relates to supporting Black Panther books, because you know, where was this attention when Black Panther Intergalactic came out? I'm just going to say it. I was not happy with the level of support that that book got. I feel like it deserved a lot more. And I want to know, you know, this kind of outroar and outrage, I want to see that translate into the sales for the Black Panther books, because we deserve to have an ongoing book. And with the way that the last one went with this mini series, which I greatly enjoyed, I don't think that that's going to happen. So I would really like people to redirect a lot of this energy into let's get back to the streets and getting people into reading Black Panther comics, so that everybody can enjoy T'Challa, and people who like Shuri can enjoy her too if she's a part of it. That's how I feel.
You know, I try not to get too much in these discussions about this because
Excuse me.
this is Stormwatch. We're here to celebrate Storm, and there are let me keep it 100 with y'all. Take a moment for a second here. This is Black Comic Lords. We celebrate Black characters in comics because that doesn't happen that often
Right.
in mainstream comics.
Yeah.
So we're talking Marvel and DC. If you're looking specifically at Marvel, the three top Black characters they have in terms of sales, popularity, etc. Miles Morales, in no order.
Mhm.
Miles Morales, the Black Panther, and Storm. Black Panther and Storm are the preeminent black superheroes in the world. All comics. You go anywhere in the world and you say, name me a black superhero male, they'll say Black Panther. Name me a black female superhero, they will say Storm.
Storm.
First and foremost. Us fighting amongst each other. And I say us, I mean black comic book fans. We got a bunch of nerds, black nerds, having Twitter battles over fictional comic book characters. It's amazing. The insults. But, you know, we all love comics. We all love these characters. I say this quote often in this space. We as black people think it's one or the other. I'm not like that. I believe in having my cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
Right. Because why else would you have it?
It's okay, black fam. It's okay for us to have nice things.
Yes.
You can have a love for Black Panther and Storm at the same time.
Yes.
They
All
can
right?
both have
You can-
ongoing series that are selling well.
Yes,
That's
they can.
what you want.
That's what you
We
want.
want
Exactly.
ongoing series. You want to support this. You want to support that. But the toxicity in attacking someone who has made the number one black superheroine better, expanded her feats, her power set,
Yeah.
um,
And prove that she can sell some books with the
sell
right
some
premise.
books. You know, there's not a lot of just from a gender thing. There's not that many women characters that do well, that continue to have continued series other than Wonder Woman.
Period.
So checking a lot of boxes, they're important boxes for our community.
Absolutely.
While featuring some of the most highest number of black male characters in the book. Thunder War had predominantly black characters.
Dr. Voodoo, Blue Marvel, Maggot, Manifold. I mean, just he's putting characters in the book. You're not seeing them anywhere else.
Right.
In the Marvel universe. No one else is putting these characters in Marvel books. Period.
We've got to stop tearing each other down.
Why are we tearing
each other? We got to work together.
How silly you sound, tearing each other down. Look, I'm a Black Panther fan. That's my dude.
Of course.
That will always be my dude.
Likewise.
I go hard for the Choro. That's my couple. It hurt me. It's you three hurt me, Murea. I get it. I get it. I'm with y'all on that. But understand, the toxicity in this environment and us tearing each other down when we really need to be focusing on, let's try and make all these books eat.
Yeah.
Let's get all these characters to be big up. I wish the energy could be directed towards directing people to get pre-orders on these books.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I have so many comments come out lately talk about, well, where are the Black History books this month? There's no Black History books coming out. Are y'all buying the other Black History books? First of all, these Black History books shouldn't really exist, but that's a whole other discussion. But I wasn't buying them, so don't be surprised they don't come out with Black History books.
That's
direct your energy more positively. Try to think beyond your nose and look at the big picture.
I think I've said this before. My focus is really wanting to have consistent ongoings for Black Panther and Storm. Why is that? Because if they can't do it, no one is going to do it from the Black community. And I'm here to tell you that. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I know we love Vixen. I know we love these other Black characters. But if Black Panther and Storm, the two premier Black superheroes ever, cannot hold down a solo title, they are not going to pay attention to anyone else. Monica Rambeau, who we love, they're not going to do it because they're looking at the numbers. And if they're saying, okay, Black Panther and Storm are struggling, they're not going to take any chances on anybody else. We've got to come together and support these books. Because guess what? Those Spider-Man fans might talk absolute dog crap about whatever's going on over there. Amazing Spider-Man fans, but they're still going to buy that book.
All the variants.
All the variants. It don't matter how much they can't stand it, because they're not going to let that book fail. Same thing with Wolverine. We're not going to let those books fail. They may talk about it, but it's on their pull list, and they're picking it up. And we have to be the same way. Oh, I'm not going to get that book because I don't like this particular panel and what they said in this. Please spare me. This is why we can't get nowhere. We got to do better.
I have to get off my soapbox. I just had to say that, man.
But you're right.
I get it. I get it.
It's
I don't know.
It's unnecessary, man. The level of toxicity is it's completely unnecessary. Black nerds going after each other. Like, you realize how much forces are up against us, and we going after each other. You know how stupid you sound.
And they love it.
Like, truly stupid
it.
you sound.
I see someone saying, "Oh, there are no real Shuri fans. If anybody likes Shuri, they just hate black men." Like, where is that logic coming from?
That's silly.
It's
That's
not
silly,
logical.
because you're also not looking beyond your own nose. My daughter likes Shuri. Screw you. Sorry.
My sister likes Shuri.
That's why
she has a favorite character.
That's why she was created. That's why
for
she was
little, for little
created.
black girls, man. You think black
They
girls
need
don't
it.
read comics?
They need
You don't.
it.
Black girls shouldn't have someone they can look up to. Come on, man. Miss me with that foolishness, man. I'm done with this topic. I'm done with this topic. Let's move on. Anyone else have anything positive to say in the chat?
Was that it?
The fact that you let's see. Also, the story. Aurora wanted to know about Jericho being the avatar of death.
Would see the investigation trying to discover what happened with Jericho as part of the story. So it's built in part of the story, that mystery of what happened to Jericho Drum.
I mean, that story could potentially be huge, man. The Marvel's Necromancer as the avatar of death. That should be like a major Marvel event.
That's what I'm saying. I said the same thing.
That should be like a Marvel crossover. He should be. This should be the blood hunt of 2026. Is Jericho Drum as the avatar of death?
But guess what we're getting?
You have to read issue 3. It's going to feel like it.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it because I love Dr. Voodoo, and I'm really excited about him being almost reintroduced in a way. It is. It's a reintroduction of his character, and so criminally underused. But
absolutely,
there again, we got to support.
Got anything else, Dr. Wizard? Yeah. I think he says that's it. Cool. All right. Yay. Thank you all. Thank you, Murea. Thank you, Antoine. Another dope episode of Stormwatch. Please, again, support Black characters. If you're saying, hey, I want more of this, I want to see more of this character, you got to pre-order these books. You got to put them on your pull list. Those are the numbers that count. It's great to show up on Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, and walk into your store and go to the counter and buy some books off the shelf and then post it up on, social media and say, hey, look what I got. But that you did absolutely nothing for sales. You did nothing to put your vote in for that character to continue to be on the shelves. Right. So do the right thing. Until next time, everyone, Black Comic Lords, we got you.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone.